Hi there, Tom Cassidy from Reasonable Eating, which is the best diet in the world, long term for weight loss, for energy, for great shape, for having vitality and healthy eating. And I know because I've done it, and I know because my mum's done it, and hundreds of people have already done it in the limited beta test, and it's been phenomenally successful. And the reason it's so successful is because it focuses on the fundamental principles rather than the surface cosmetic, what food is good for you, and all the latest, berry from indigenous Peru or something like that. That's the latest miracle food that's going to mean we can eat whatever we like and not put on weight. No, it's the principles, and the principle of eating for a long life is think about it. Think about what you're eating. If you enjoy food, you want to live as long as possible, so you can eat as much food as possible over the long duration. If you eat too much food early on, you probably end up not making it for, past 50 or 60 years old, so you won't actually eat much in total. And the idea of this eating for a long life is, well, let's study the people who live a long time and see in general what they eat. Now, I think that I'm going to live much longer than most people. I think I'm going to live to 150, and it might seem a little bit crazy, but with technology and with eating well and looking after myself. I mean, right now I'm 46 years old, and I've never had more energy, never slept better, I've never snored less, I've never carried so little weight, well, since maybe I was 18 or 20, and I'm in great shape. I've got 4 kids. I have 4 kids from my first marriage, 4 kids from the marriage I'm in at the moment, and I shouldn't really be able to just bundle around the house, with 3 of them on my back, doing all this sort of crazy stuff and not feel it. I don't even have a chair in my office. I have a vertical desk, and I just have tons of energy. And what I'm trying to do is say that look at what people who have tons of energy and live a long time are doing. And let's not get too carried away by the research, but let's look at some of the research that has been done by people who've lived a long time and in various different regions of the world. And it turns out that a lot of them do these similar types of things. And if we focus on the eating component of it, they tend to not eat that much. They tend to not eat as much as they need. The 80% rule, there's an expression in Japan which says the first 80% sustains you, the next 20% sustains the doctor. So don't eat as much as you think you want, and don't eat as much as you think you need. Just learn to eat a little bit less. Eat mostly plants. Some people say that wine, having a regular glass of wine is a good thing, but I'm not going to get too carried away on that. But I'm going to say, mostly eat plants and mostly eat plants and don't eat too much, and then kind of, there's a great expression: eat food, not too much, mostly plants. This is something by Michael Pollan, the food writer, and it's saying that when you've got this idea of a plant slant, what that means is that the people that live the longest generally eat mostly plants, because plants mostly grew into their food and they don't have too much processing going on there. And I'm not going to spend ages on this, but if you eat beans and nuts and those sorts of things, you probably do okay. Things you can do for this: spread nut butter on your morning toast instead of butter or cream cheese. Toss nuts into a salad or stir fry. I put them into a smoothie, actually, so that I chew the smoothie. Try nut encrusted fish or chicken, such as pecan encrusted trout. Okay, that's enough really. But this is kind of the idea. Eat for a long life, do things that that you can do and that it can sustain you for a very long life, or don't. It's up to you. Do whatever you like. Okay, it's Tom Cassidy, and that's the best diet in the world, long term, and it's reasonable eating.